Welcome to the Immerse podcast. We are your hosts, Dan Ramsden and Alex O'Keefe.
Join us and our guests as we dive into real stories of entrepreneurship, health, fitness and self-mastery. No fluff, no filters, just honest conversations that inspire, educate and challenge the norm. Let's get into it. Right, we're here. Welcome to the podcast, guys. The Immerse podcast. Just myself hosting today. But I'm not alone. I'm joined by a good friend, someone that's become a very close friend over the last 12 to 18 months, Mr. Joe Keys. Welcome to the podcast, brother.
Thank you for having me, mate. I'm looking forward to chatting on it. I know we've been speaking about it for a while, so
This one's been in the making for a while.
it has indeed. Yeah, it has. We've had a lot of chats over the last 12 months, but I'm looking forward to having a good one today as well.
For those that don't know who you are, firstly, where have you been hiding? Joe, you're not just one thing, you're many things. And that's why I think I'm drawn to you personally. Professional rugby player, Bradford Bulls. Let's call you an entrepreneur, because I think you are, mate. One of the owners of Heist, among several other things that you will be starting, but we'll keep that under wraps for now.
Mm-hmm.
A radio DJ / host.
Yeah, part-time.
Part-time.
Yeah.
And I'd put you down as a bit of a philosopher. That's what I've put you down as.
Okay.
Because, and a barista as well.
And barista. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
The man wears many masks. But I guess we first connected when you opened Heist,
Mm-hmm.
which has become a big part of a lot of people's lives locally.
Yep.
We're going to delve into that, mate.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to take it back a little bit with you, mate, first. I want to get to the roots of the Joe Smooth.
Okay.
Joe Smooth is Joe, by the way, guys. This is who I refer to as Joe Keys. Me and Rama call you Joe Smooth, don't we?
For a couple of reasons.
You make smooth coffee, you play smooth tunes,
Yeah.
and you've got a smooth voice.
Thank you. Triple
But
threat.
yeah, I want to take it back, mate, and back to your sort of upbringing.
Yep.
What did it look like? How were you sort of brought up into the world, early years, the formative stuff? Let's go back there, mate.
Born in North London, then grew up in Hertfordshire. So mum and dad split when I was quite young. And I sort of was raised in Hertfordshire. Dad lived in East London with his wife Liz.
Big shout out to them guys.
Big shout out to them guys, yeah. So during the week I was with mum, and then so all my school friends and that sort of thing are out there in Hertfordshire. And then on a weekend was spent in East London with my stepbrother and sister, Max and Maisie, and Dad and Liz. And that's when all the rugby took place really as well, apart from school stuff. Weekends were pretty sport-filled growing up.
Nice.
Between the three of us, Maisie, my sister, won't like me saying this, but she also used to play rugby.
How did you?
So the three of us played down in Romford, in Essex.
Right.
And that's where it all started. And then, that was how sort of my childhood looked until I was probably 12 or 13. Then as rugby got a bit more serious, things started changing a bit. Because we were Dad was driving me up and down the country, here, there and everywhere to play games and stuff, especially rugby league being an M62 sport. Yeah, the travelling and stuff was a massive commitment. And I think I always, from the age of about 9, even earlier, probably 5, I wanted to be a rugby player. And yeah, everything I did sort of was around me becoming the best rugby player I could be as a kid.
You've achieved that goal, man, haven't you?
Yeah, in one way or another, we got there eventually. Yeah, it was probably a bit of a baptism of fire for me with rugby. I got thrown in when I was 18 to like a full-time first team environment. Whether I was ready or not is a different matter. Looking back now, I probably wasn't, but got thrown in and had a positive start in a team that was getting beaten a lot. I scored a few tries and it all seemed pretty positive, and then the roller coaster began.
The roller coaster of rugby league.
Yeah. As it's so often referred to.
Yeah.
It's definitely been that for me, mate. Yeah.
So, how did a young kid from North London end up playing this predominantly northern-based sport that, like you say, it's based on the M62 corridor, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
How did this even become a thing? Like,
yeah. So Dad used to go and watch the Broncos and used to take me along. I think as young as 3 years old, I used to go and watch. So
right.
I've been to the games, been a mascot.
Nice.
Yeah, just been a massive fan of the game since then. On a weekend, I used to watch the NRL in Australia. It'd be all the games would be recorded. So on a Sunday, I'd spend most of my Sunday just watching back-to-back games. Then going to the park with my brother and trying to replicate what I'd just seen on telly.
Trying to smash him to pieces.
No, he smashed me to pieces. Yeah, he's always been a bit bigger than me. So yeah, that's sort of how I fell in love with it. There was a few opportunities to play union through school and through club rugby, like county level and that sort of thing. A bit of interest from Saracens as a kid, but nothing would derail me from my sort of goal to be a rugby league player.
Was that a one track mind that you had?
I think so, yeah. And I think probably a few other things in my life paid the price of that, like missed out on a lot of parties and a lot of things that young people do, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but
I don't think it is, man.
There was a lot of sacrifice on that side of things. Early nights and early mornings, getting up and trekking up and down the country. And also school probably didn't... I'm quite fortunate that I didn't really have to try that hard at school, and I still did okay. Like I didn't do great, and I didn't do terribly. Like I sort of found a nice mid ground. But looking back, if I'd have probably knuckled down a bit more, I could have done a lot better.
You could have, but then where would you be then?
Exactly. I think it's good. I think, especially, it's important to have a backup plan. Yeah. It definitely is, but I didn't have one, and things are starting to sort of take shape in my life, and I'm 30 now, and albeit rugby could have ended a lot sooner for me. There's a few times where it came close to ending, but I'm a big believer in sort of everything happens for a reason, and me sort of going all in has managed to get me to this point where I am now.
Love to see it, mate.
Thank you.
And we'll talk about your current club, Bradford Bulls, shortly.
Yeah.
At school, would you say you were like a C grade student, C, B? You know, like in terms of GCSEs, if there's anyone younger listening, that were our...
It's like when our parents used to say O levels.
Yeah, O levels,
like, and now we say GCSEs, and everyone's like, what?
Fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah, no, probably like a couple of A's, a few B's.
Yeah.
Mainly B's, I'd say.
Okay.
And a couple of C's, and one D in Spanish.
Okay.
But
just
that was
poco.
That was Google. Yeah, I've got you.
Bonjour.
A lot of Google Translate used back then.
I was just touching on that because I've heard people recently talking about like sort of the mid-level grades at schools. If you get in those, they're the most likely people that will go on to become entrepreneurs.
Really?
Yeah. Just shows that you're not fully immersed, shall we say, in that academic environment, and your brain's sort of working in a different way. Did you have an inkling of your brain working in a different way when you were younger, or?
I don't know. I never really looked at... I did business at school. I did a business A level.
Yeah.
I never really saw... I don't really know where I was heading, to be honest. I like I said, I was all in on rugby.
Yeah.
Like, didn't really put too much time and effort into school, and I just thought I'm going to be a rugby player, so that's all I want to do. So in terms of like how my brain was functioning and thinking back then, I can't really remember anything other than just thinking tunnel vision.
Yeah,
I want to be a professional player. Yeah. As I've got older and the more sort of self-aware I've become, I can sort of see, looking back, how my behaviour has probably led me down the path I am now, and But I think a lot of things start again as you get older, and you can reset and reframe your mind.
Yeah.
And that's definitely been the case with me. The only difficult thing is looking back thinking, I wish I thought like this back then.
Yeah.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
But wouldn't change anything.
No. I always say that, mate. And you just can't, because back then, that is who you are then.
Yeah.
And we are who we are now.
Yeah.
And, I say about like my football career, like if I had my mindset, like I do now, back then I'd have made it, but we've got to go through the process, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
And you've definitely been through a process from what I've, from our conversations. Is there anything you would look back and change in your upbringing if you could?
Ooh, in my upbringing, I'm not sure. I think one thing I've got a lot better at over the years is being confident saying what I think rather than what I think people want to hear. Probably being a bit of a yes man.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing that's changed since from when I was younger. But in terms of like big sort of changes or things I'd do differently, like you said, it's hard. It's hard to nail one down because I was unaware back then.
Yeah.
I was completely unaware. I had an opportunity to stay in New Zealand. That's probably the only regret I've ever had. Yeah,
Right.
When I look back, I went to train with the New Zealand Warriors for a month in a pre-season, the start of 2014, I think.
Right.
And I just turned 18, and all my friends just started going out, and I wanted to go home. All my friends were making their debuts for the Broncos in pre-season, and I wanted that more than anything. When I could have had the opportunity to stay in Auckland for a year and play over there. So that's probably one thing that I didn't explore enough looking back. But like I said, everything happens for a reason, and obviously wasn't meant to be. And I've still got very fond memories from being over there.
Is that in here?
I think it's out there.
Oh, someone's just playing as a tune. I just want to bring up the fact that we've had the senior Keys on the podcast.
Yep.
John. Great man. Really great man. I want to touch on, because we spoke about a lot of, he's accumulated a lot of wisdom over the years as John.
Definitely.
And he does a lot of self-reflecting.
Mm-hmm.
And we got very deep on that podcast. I think you listened to it, didn't you?
Yeah.
And he spoke about, probably do things maybe a little bit differently in terms of raising the kids and stuff like that. Did you feel anything being raised by your dad that were a bit of something that you'd reflect on?
Absolutely. I think me and my dad have done a lot of work together over the years. And I think it all just goes back to like everything he ever did for any of us was from a place of love. He just always ultimately just wanted the best for us. And whether it was easy or difficult to see at the time, a lot of the time it probably was quite difficult for me to see, especially when I was a bit younger, because I was still figuring a lot out and he was still figuring a lot out. And like I said, he was always doing it from the best place and just wanted the best for us. So there's never any animosity or anything towards what went on. And it wasn't even to the normal person or to anyone else. It probably it wasn't anything bad. It's just a lot of learning for both of us. He did a great job with all of us, albeit we clashed, and there was it probably links back to me not speaking my mind all the time as well. I think a lot of our sort of growth between the two of us is me being confident enough to say what I think as well, regardless of whether I think he'll agree or like it or whatever. But all he's ever wanted for me is the best, and I couldn't have asked for a better dad in my whole upbringing, and I wouldn't be half the person I am today without him. So, and I probably wouldn't be where I am rugby wise without him either, with all the sacrifice and dedication he sort of instilled into me, and that the sacrifices he made for me to get to where I am. I'll forever be indebted to him for that. And even as we've got older, the things we've done together, you know, we've been on a massive journey together as well. But then, like I spoke about his time in Africa when I went out with him,
Yeah.
the way I saw the difference he made to people's lives over there, like it was really emotional for me because it made me realize how much of a difference he makes to other people's lives, not just like his family. So, we'll touch on that a bit later when we get into the Africa stuff. But yeah, there's not a thing I'd change. And like I said, everyone is just on their own journey of growth. And yeah, it's been really good. The last few years, especially since we sort of worked through a lot of stuff together, maybe 6-7 years ago. Since then, I feel like our relationship just gets better and better. It's amazing to see the journey he's on as well, from where he was to where he is now. Even just his calmness and not taking things to heart. And personally, like me and Liz used to joke about it, and he'd do this laugh when we'd say something that he knew was true, but he didn't really want to like laugh at. We'd like take
a little shrug off,
just a little shrug off, like, But we, even with Heist and stuff, like all he's ever done for me is the best he can, and he's from the place of love. So yeah, obviously love him to bits.
That's great to hear that, mate. And I think, you know, while we're here, Liz as well, phenomenal human. John and Liz. You know, I don't know your mum personally, but you speak really, really highly of your mum as well. So you've got a great support network there, mate, haven't you?
Absolutely, I'm very lucky. Mum, amazing. Obviously, during the week I was with her through growing up, and she's my rock.
Shout out to mums.
Big shout out to mums. Yeah, she's my rock. She's probably more my emotional rock. Obviously, everything sport related, etc., has been Dad, but Mum, massive emotional support, and Liz as well.
And Liz,
Liz, I couldn't have asked for a better stepmum. So very blessed with the people who raised me.
Yeah, I think I can relate in terms of when you're in the thick of it growing up. You can't see the wider sort of scale of what's happening. So you're like, it feels like they're doing it from a bad place, in terms of, I don't know whether it's discipline or they're trying to teach you a lesson in some sort of way. But then I think you'll go to an even further step when you become a dad, because then you really realise, like, shit, this is tough, bro.
Yeah.
And when I had kids for the first time, that's why I started reflecting on my own parents and how they brought us up. And I had some resentments in a way to some areas of when I was brought up, but now I'm just at like, it was their first time as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And everything comes from love. But yeah, I love that, mate. And we'll talk about the Africa thing as well, because that's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Let's go there now.
Okay.
Let's go there now, because it's a bit of a journey, really, isn't it? Because you start with your upbringing, you end up going to Africa with your dad.
Yeah.
And seeing the impact that's had.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Africa project.
Yeah, so it was something he's been doing. You know, you spoke about it on here as well, about how long he's been doing it for. But for me personally, my experience is I'd just seen pictures and heard stories about what it's like over there and what the work he was doing with the Footprints Foundation.
Yeah.
And wanted to go. I'd originally booked to go in 2020 before COVID. I was going to go that year, but obviously it got pushed back. So I ended up having to wait till 2023 was the next sort of available time I could go. And I went over with my cousin as well, and my dad, and sort of a crew of about 10, 12 people.
Whereabouts in Africa?
In South Africa, down near Johannesburg.
Right.
So like in the squatter camps and stuff around there. We were actually putting a roof on a school.
Right.
Me with absolutely no construction experience at all. But I did my best.
Which hammer do I use?
By the end of it, end of it, I got the hang of it a bit. And yeah, just go over there. We take loads of kit. We've always been collecting loads of, it's called Kit for Africa, the scheme is. So we ship loads of like lads who we play rugby with, donate old training kit that's just sat in the bottom of the drawer or whatever, and we take it all over to the people over there. So handing that out, we did the construction work. We went to a feeding program where they feed the kids their like one hot meal of the week, which is pretty brutal. Yeah,
that's the only hot meal they get.
Yeah, I think going over there, I know it's a bit cliche, but it did absolutely change my life. Seeing people who've got absolutely nothing smiling, but our perspective, they've got absolutely no reason to be smiling, but they are. Really hit home. And that's actually sort of how I started. Came back from there and felt like I wanted to do something with a bit more purpose. So we'll get into that after. But going over and seeing sort of the impact that my dad had on people over there, how sort of well loved and respected he was over there from all the projects they'd done in the previous 15 years or however long it was. Was really eye-opening for me. It was amazing to see, and the lasting impact it had on me as a person. Just a real nice perspective shift. And I loved it, and I went back the year after as well.
Did you? You did 2 years on bounce.
And we took Dan Fleming, Big Dan.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Dan.
Big shout out to Dan. Yeah, that was, and to be able to share that experience again with him. Because my dad couldn't come that year. We had an amazing experience as well. And it was nice for me to go and sort of fly the Keys flag while Dad couldn't go as well. So it was amazing. One of the best things I've ever done, and I'm going to try and go back again next year.
Visit his website on immersesaunas.co.uk and we'll take it from there. We look forward to building your dream sauna shortly.
Oh yeah.
So if anyone who's listening is interested, just get in touch. Explorers looking for numbers to go out and can help build things and get about in the community and spread the love, which is good.
I'd go as far as saying, mate, that everyone would benefit from doing something like that.
Yeah.
Because I've not done it myself, but I can kind of visualise how it would feel.
Yeah. I think I had an impression in my head of how it would feel.
And what was the reality?
And then it was 10 times more impactful than what I thought, yeah.
Okay.
I think I held it together all week. Like, there's obviously some really difficult things you see in terms of the poverty and stuff.
Yeah.
But then at the feeding program, when there's kids coming up to you with, some had a Tupperware, some didn't have Tupperware, some had a box, some had a 2-litre bottle of Coke cut in half as their container for their food, and just absolutely lifeless behind the eyes. Like, all that matters to them is this meal. It was after that I eventually I crumbled. We went out to see a woman as well. So after the feeding program, I was a bit numb. I didn't cry or anything at that point. Held it together. And then there was a woman called Dorothy who lived on the camp where we were, on the squatter camp. So we went up to her. Dad had seen her years before, and we walked up, and her front garden was immaculate. Like, it was all barbed wire, cage fencing, and little like tin shacks that they were living in. And we all waited, knocked on the door, and she saw my dad and just ran over and just jumped into his arms. She's in her 70s, this woman, Dorothy. And I was just like, all right, I need to go and have a minute. And I just burst into tears.
Yeah.
And then we all met her and said hello. And then she went in to her shack and brought out a Steve Menzies Bradford Bulls playing shirt that she'd been given a few years before. And it was immaculate as well.
Was it?
And she said she wears it to church every Sunday. Yeah, it's her Sunday best, the Steve Menzies shirt, which was class. So them sort of like experiences can't really put a...
What were it about the moment when she kind of saw your dad? What were it about that?
Yeah, just the realisation of the impact that's been had on people's lives over there. And just like the pure joy in her face when she saw him.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was, I think it had been 5 or 6 years since they'd seen her, the fact that she was still surviving out there in this very dangerous place.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And that was when I burst into tears at that point, yeah.
I'm not surprised, mate, to be honest. Seeing the impact that your dad's had and what everyone else has had as well.
Yeah.
It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, that charity is amazing, Bob.
Yeah.
And the Footprints Foundation doing an amazing job. They've changed so many lives over there. So hopefully long may it continue. And if, like I said, if anyone wants to be a part of it, please get in touch and we can get that arranged.
I've already said I want to do this. It's just when it's going to be best for me, because I've got a young family and the businesses, but definitely something I want to do.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the Joe Keys that flew to Africa, the Joe Keys that then came back, what was the difference? What changed?
I think I was working in finance at the time. I was playing part-time at Halifax at the Panthers, and was a mortgage advisor, training to be a financial advisor. And I think coming back or being over there, actually it worked out really good timing. So I went to Africa and I came back, and one of my good friends, Anthony Mullally, who does retreats for men called Both Sides Retreats.
Yeah.
I had one of them booked the week after. So it was like the perfect time. Like I come back from this really emotional, heavy trip. And then I went on this retreat for 4 days, which was like breathing, cold water, yoga, connection, all that sort of thing.
What the timing of that, man.
Wow. It was perfect. Wow. And I had a lot of time to process things and sort of reflect on sort of where I wanted my life to go. And a lot of the people there did as well. A lot of people who were on the retreat had similar experience, and it was amazing. Just quickly on the Both Sides retreats, they're incredible and brings people together from all different walks of life, but the connection and stuff you build on them, and it's amazing how powerful getting vulnerable is. We did that, and a lot of people were in similar boats at a bit of a crossroads in their life, didn't really know where they wanted it to go. So I think the timing was perfect, and that gave me a chance to think about what I wanted to do, and that I wanted to do something with a bit more purpose and help people in terms of their mental and physical health. And I think that sort of was the driving force behind me leaving that job. I knew it wasn't aligned with me. So I decided to leave. Didn't really have a plan. Obviously, I was in the fortunate position where I was still playing rugby and sort of wanted to explore other avenues.
You've got a different pair of glasses on now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Whoa, this looks different.
Yeah, it really did. And so about a month or two after that, me, Zach and Connor went out for a coffee after a gym session. And we started talking about an ice bath and sauna facility because there wasn't anything like that around here at the time.
Yeah.
And then the idea was born there. Zach had just left his job. Connor was working in an office and didn't like it. And we just put our heads together and thought, why has no one done this yet? What an amazing opportunity. It was like it was like meant to be.
Yeah.
And then Kurt got in because he's Connor's brother. Connor wasn't allowed to start a business without Kurt.
Big shout out to the boys anyway.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And looking back, we were really brave. And we just put a bit of a plan together. Not a greatly detailed plan, but we put a plan together.
On the back of a cig packet, shall we say.
And we had about 3 or 4 months of planning. Looking back, I don't really know what we planned in them 3 or 4 months, because when we started the build, nothing really went to plan. But we had this idea and put our heads together and we went for it. And it was all of our first business. Like, none of us really knew what we were getting ourselves into. And I think the ignorance was really bliss.
Yes.
If we'd have known what it was going to take to get it going, it might have scared a few of us off. But
that's the weird advantage in a way, that you're naive going into it.
Yeah.
You are. And sometimes the more you know is quite off-putting.
Absolutely.
So I remember that time, mate, because I remember seeing you boys in the hub down at Dean Clough.
Yep.
And there were talk going round in the coffee shops, and there were even people, because people obviously knew that I were involved in, we were doing the ice baths. Yep. We started to look at the saunas, and they were like, "Oh, is that is that you setting up that place with it? And people like associating me. I'm like, no, I don't know. Who are these guys? I need to see these fuckers.
Yeah.
And then I think I met you guys in the hub one time, and we connected in there. I think that was the first sort of
I think it was, yeah.
connection in there. Wow, that feels a long time ago now.
It was,
I
yeah.
think.
Well, what would it be now? Coming 18 months, 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
It probably was about 2 years ago, this amount right now.
2 years.
Yeah.
And looking back at it then, I mean, it's still early now.
Yeah.
In terms of what the industry is. Where did the sort of the vision of setting something, and it was a risky move because it was still, there might have been a couple of places in the UK. I think there were that Revive down in Wales.
Yeah.
Other than that, I couldn't even think of any other businesses.
Yeah, it wasn't really a proven concept at the time.
It wasn't proven, no.
I think the Connor and Kurt had been to a facility down in Wales, and sort of got a bit of inspiration from that.
Yeah.
And we just thought about I'd been working in a coffee shop, so like in terms of the coffee side of things, I'd sort of always wanted a little coffee space as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we kept going to JD to use the sauna, because when JD opened, that was the only sauna like in Halifax.
In Halifax, yeah.
So everyone, even
this
people,
like 2 by 2 meter square space in Halifax.
Everyone who was interested in saunas had bought a gym membership just to use the sauna.
Yeah.
And it got sometimes it was pretty busy in there. So we wanted to provide a space that we'd also like to use as well, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like it was something that we knew we'd use. So a lot of like-minded people hopefully would think the same. So yeah, we just sort of went for it based on that, based on kind of ran some numbers. Looking back, I don't know how accurate them numbers were. I think he just...
using the wrong calculator.
Yeah.
Calculator ran out of batteries.
And we went pretty conservative with what we were thinking we'd do numbers-wise and footfall and all that sort of thing. And then the hunt started for a location. We went to view like a garage. It was, looking back, I don't have a clue how we thought that could turn into a wellness place. We were literally a day off signing the lease, and
really?
And we got a project manager to come down and have a look. And he was just like, lads, there's no running water here. There's asbestos in the roof. Just all this crazy stuff.
Where were this?
Down near Fitness Lab, just down that way.
Oh, right, yeah.
In an industrial estate, yeah. And we were just like, well, that was a lucky escape. And then I remember I put the link in for the unit at Kershaw's where we are. And then we were all like, she looks like a shed. Like, that can't be it. It's like a derelict shed. Yeah. So we went to view it a couple of times, ended up getting an architect in to do it all properly as best we could.
Yeah.
And yeah, we sort of put that plan together within a month, got the lease signed in the 1st of July. And then we was into the build, which was also quite the experience.
And the way it was documented, I think, people that might not be aware of what the business is, go follow, please, on Instagram, Heis HQ, is it?
Heis_HQ.
Heis_HQ. The way you boys documented that build was unique. It was full of personality, but it was just you kind of carved your own style with just how you did it. Was that well thought out? Or it just more natural? Were you just winging it?
Absolutely, just winging it.
I'm fucking signing up for these boys.
We absolutely winged it, and just wanted to keep people up to date with where we were. Just looking back, we could have done it a lot better and a lot differently. In terms of like documenting our meetings and like making a bit of a production of it, but we didn't really have time and weren't really aware that it needed to be any different. So along the way,
sat in sinks instead.
Along the way, that's the thing as well. We think like with our social media stuff, we've always wanted to let our personalities sort of shine through.
Yeah, it's important, man, and
connect with people. And I think it's really important, especially starting like a bit of a community as well.
Yeah.
It's people seeing our faces and knowing who we are and like whose space it is that they're coming into.
Yeah.
So that's something that we've always sort of been quite good at, like without really purposefully doing it. It's been something that we don't mind sort of making idiots of ourselves on camera. So it's been good, and it's been a massive learning curve, like especially the build, and now we're sort of 18 months in sort of the running of a business and how to improve and keep increasing your offering and sort of staying on the ball are things that we're like learning along the way. Because like I said, we're 4 people who didn't really have any business background or business experience. But for anyone out there who I think who's thinking of starting something, I think you're never fully prepared and never fully ready. It's just having the sort of bravery to jump in and learn along the way. Because looking back, it was quite a big risk we all took. We all took, to finance options to be able to finance the start of the business, and we just sort of went for it. Looking, the same thing with the hindsight thing. There's probably things we could have done better and been more efficient with, but we first time, and we're learning on the way, and it's sort of setting us in good stead moving forward.
It's the hero's journey.
Absolutely, you could call it that.
Yeah. No, you said it there, mate. It's like so many people will talk themselves out of even starting something because of the fear of what could happen. But I think what's evident with you boys is you're very all passionate people, and you're doing it with the right intention. And the way that you have built the brand, the social media, that's why people are attracted to the vibe attracts the tribe type thing.
Yeah.
And there's other places that try the same thing, but it feels different. So I think that's what I always say about your place, about Heist, is the way it's a personable thing.
Yeah.
It's a brand, it's people, rather than let's say it's a franchise.
Yeah.
It's not a corporate sort of feel at all. It's very welcoming.
Personal and
you're
welcoming.
you're going to have like-minded people.
Yeah.
Going to be there. So that weirdly just come to mind. I sent you it, didn't I? That guy that commented on that video that we did. But that's just what I'm saying there is we recorded a video of like me coming in to talk about why I'm a Heist member. And this guy just randomly comments like saying, wire him to the mains or something like that. It's like, what the fuck?
That was the first hater we've had at Heist.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, sorry for bringing that to the table. But that was just an example of like, okay, the place is not for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a filter.
We're very lucky that we've got a great community there now. Like all our members are great, or everyone who comes through the door is great. We've built a really nice group of people, and like it's nice to see people who weren't friends before plan to come to sessions to meet up and connect and chat and stuff. It's like it's a really nice feel. And the best thing about it is physically helping people, and in term of that, it's also mentally helping people, because every time someone comes out of a session, all they ever say is, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
So like it's not like we really have to sell anything. Like someone comes in, they experience it and they feel brilliant.
Yeah.
We don't have to then say, you need to come down here because you'll feel fantastic. Like people try it once and they understand.
Yeah.
So from a business point of view, it's job satisfaction is fantastic, because we know that what we're doing is actually benefiting people's health.
Yeah.
And I think that's always sort of been the driving thing. Like especially Zach, Connor and Kurt, since going into business with them, I've like learned so much about health and looking after yourself. And we just want to keep enhancing that offering and keep growing it. And hopefully in the next few months, there'll be a few more things that come to light that we've been working on. And we want it to be a place, a one-stop shop for health. We want people to come there and spend a few hours there. And after a few different services, they feel amazing. Yeah. And they got that social connection as well. It's not transactional. It's you coming in, you're spending time with like-minded people. Yeah. And ultimately you're increasing your longevity and your future health, Yeah.
Beautiful, mate. And as a member, I can vouch for everything you're saying. And there's something tangible, you know, we've spoke about it before, there's something tangible happening, even culturally, in the country right now. These spaces are becoming, I'd say, extra valuable.
Yeah.
Because technology's rising, you know, there's all sorts of scaremongering, you know, blah, blah, blah. And things that you can do that are purely human are becoming more valuable. And that's exactly what sort of the space is about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's about, leave your phones there, pal. We'll go into sauna and we'll have a chat. And then we'll have a coffee. And yeah, I think you've landed on something like so culturally relevant, which is hopefully going to become wider spread.
Absolutely,
for the country, for the even world, even.
And I think it is. I think young people today have never been more focused on their health, and running is the most popular thing on earth at the moment. Paddles, massive. There's like everything that's popular. Like going out and drinking till 4 a.m. is a bit more frowned upon now. Like if you don't
do it,
not drinking is a lot more normal than it used to be. If someone didn't drink back in the day, people used to have a saying something like, "You should never trust someone who doesn't drink."
Yeah.
Like it's nice to see.
Where's that come from?
It's nice to see them sort of cultural changes, and like I said, our service and our offering is very sort of supportive of the way that the culture's shifting.
Yeah.
So in terms of like Saturday and Sunday evenings are our busiest time.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, people are booking weeks in advance to make sure they've got their slot on a Saturday night, which is crazy.
It is. Yeah.
So yeah, we're obviously really happy that we can be a part of this sort of cultural shift, and like I said, we want to keep sort of enhancing our offering and growing, and getting it to a point where people are coming and they're leaving happier and healthier.
Yeah, it's amazing. One thing as well I've noticed is the age of some people that are coming in and the conversations we have. Have you stopped drinking?
Not fully.
What's your relationship with alcohol?
It's a lot healthier than it probably used to be. I don't say I don't drink. Like every now and again I'll go out and have a drink and have fun, but I don't ever feel like I need a drink. I don't ever feel like I need a blowout. I need to go out and get silly drunk. I just see it as something that, when the time's right, I can do it socially. But I'd never have a few drinks with a meal, or I'd never have a few drinks at home. If I'm going out for a drink, that's the purpose of it. But I don't value alcohol. I don't particularly like alcohol. I don't particularly like drinking. It's not something I'd ever sort of, I don't really know how to word it. I'm very aware of what alcohol does to me and what it does to other people. Yeah. So I'd say like now I've got quite a healthy relationship with it.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. I don't, and listen, whatever anyone wants to do is entirely up to them. Like it comes back to the self-awareness piece. If you know alcohol's not great for you, then you probably limit the amount of times you do it, or you drink it or whatever. So
exactly.
It's I have, like I said, no problem with drinking or with people who drink. It's just something that I am very confident in saying no to when I don't feel like it's the right time for me to do it.
Yeah, that's the important piece there, and it's like it doesn't have any control over you.
No,
and and I guess we've all got a personal journey with it.
Yep.
I just couldn't have a healthy relationship with it, and I just choose not to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And everyone's got their own sort of experience with it, haven't they?
Absolutely.
But even talking, went off on a bit of a tangent there. Talking to some young lads and lasses that are coming into the saunas and into Heist, they seem to be not even delving into that world. No. Which I don't know whether that's like we've got the blinkers on a little bit, because it's like a bit of a,
because of who's there, because the people who are coming there
they're going to be that way inclined. But I think it's quite clear that generation they're drinking a hell of a lot less, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're much more health conscious, which is awesome to see.
It is.
Why do you think that's happening?
I don't really know. I think the nightclubs and like pubs a lot of them are shutting down, aren't they? Because of this shift. I think a lot of the good things you see on social media are health driven. So it's people running marathons, it's people Strava, it's people going on big bike rides, big hikes, and people, wanting to better themselves. A lot of the stuff you see on Reels and on TikTok and stuff is all motivational, and a lot of podcasts where people are speaking motivational, and just, I think all that is contributing to people wanting to be like these influencers who are wanting to better themselves. Like, there's not many influencers now. Like, when we were younger, like, TV was Geordie Shore, where it's all about going out and getting smashed and getting as drunk as you can and being silly.
Yeah.
But there's not really any of that anymore.
No, not really.
Like, there's a few, like, you have a few streamers and all the modern, I don't really follow all of it, but all that sort of thing. But I'd say the majority of stuff online now is people trying to be as positive as they can and as healthy as they can.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Like, long may it continue.
Yeah.
And like you said about the age thing, it's nice seeing the older people who have always been around drinking and that sort of culture shifting into this health and wellness era.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And like, we have age between 16 and 75 probably at ice.
Sorry to interrupt you there, guys. We've got a massive announcement, Dan. We've managed to partner with Pure Sport, which is one of the most exciting brands at the minute in the UK, my friend.
That's it, built to last, in it for the long run, as the hashtag says. All the similar sorts of messages behind the ethos of the brand, and it really fits in alignment with us. We know that they're athlete tested.
Even Lucy Bronze is using their products. She's a friend of the show.
The magnesium and the ashwagandha and all those other products that are related to recovery are super useful for me right now. I'm really feeling the benefit. The electrolytes is definitely the best I've tasted.
They're the best I've tasted as well, without sounding biased, my friend. But yeah, it just lines up with everything that we preach, mate. No shortcuts, just solid daily habits that actually make you feel better.
If you want to try these guys, use the Immerse 10 for 10% off at the checkout.
Now back to the episode. Sorry for interrupting you there. Crack on.
Let's go.
It's great to see, and how much people value the time that they come, or the time they spend at Highest. It's great to see, and I think it's only going to get bigger and better in terms of people looking after themselves.
I think you've cracked it there in terms of it's the information that's available, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, when we were growing up, there were 5 channels on TV.
Oh, I don't think I'm that old, but yeah, I reckon we had Sky when I was growing up.
I'm a few years older. Okay, there might have been 20 channels on
20,
TV, and certain papers, and very restricted where your information were coming from. And now podcasts, social media, we can all kind of lean into the theory of it's a very negative thing, but obviously it depends how you use it as a tool.
Yeah.
Social media and podcasts, because there's a hell of a lot of fucking good information out there.
There is.
And obviously it is making an impact. So I'm all down for that, mate.
Absolutely. Long may it continue.
We can't not mention the sauna. When you first started, we had a conversation. It was very early doors. We were both working shit out.
Yeah. We didn't
try to figure stuff out.
We didn't have any money,
and we didn't know how to build a proper sauna at that point. Fast forward 12 whatever months it was.
Yep.
Christmas just gone. You guys got in touch with us to come and create this special bespoke sauna in the space.
Yep.
And it happened. And it were I think I messaged you boys, and apologies for being so emotional about it, but I probably won't ever have as a personal job to do.
Yeah.
As that one we did for you.
Yeah.
Being a member from day one, seeing the place grow, know the people, part of the people, and then to be able to build the sauna in there, and now see the impact that it has on people going in. It's just like, I can't even really put it into words.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you.
No, thank
to you and the boys for
of course.
allowing that opportunity.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's changed things massively, and it's really, really enhanced the space, and yeah, we couldn't be more happy with how it turned out. Obviously, with it being your first or your second that bespoke project, for how smoothly the build of it went, and obviously the finished product, we couldn't have asked for it to be any better. So thank you, and
that's all right, mate.
Yeah, hopefully, like, I know you've got quite a lot of interest and stuff going on at the moment, so hopefully it's the second of many.
Well,
fingers crossed.
Straight from off the back of that, mate, I think we confirmed 2 more projects, and it wasn't nothing's ever a perfect process, but I think the communication's a big thing. We're still a new business, and it were a pleasure, mate.
Good.
And now every time I walk in there and I see it, I'm just like, it's good.
Nailed it.
But seeing the impact, like similar to you guys, the reason why we build saunas is to see what good it can do.
Yeah.
People sat in there. Every time I walk in, I'm just glimpsed at left hand side, and there's a row of people having a conversation, like genuinely connecting. I'm just like, that's why we're doing it.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
100%.
So, what? God, time's gotten away with us here, Joey. We've gone off on one here.
How far in are we?
I don't even know.
51. Yeah, we're flying.
Flying, mate. There's loads we can talk about. I'd like to delve into the musical side of you.
Okay.
So, you recently got a bit of a DJ hosting gig on a local radio show, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell us about that, mate.
Yeah, so
maybe introduce us in your voice.
No, something I'm still working on is the radio voice. It was about a year ago, actually. So I've not done it for a while. But it was something I'm really passionate about. Music. I was sort of raised on great music, thanks to my mum and dad. Something I've always been interested in. My family back in Ireland are all musicians as well.
Nice.
So I think I've sort of got that musical gene in me.
You definitely have.
We just personally played a bit of guitar over lockdown, and always been into my music. Always been sort of into music. Terrible singer, but try my best. And Howard Priestley down at Phoenix Radio was doing a bit of community work with my dad locally, and mentioned that sort of a slot had come up, and I think Dad knew that I'd absolutely love to do something like that. So sort of put my name in the hat. Went down, and I was like a kid in a sweet shop. I was
sat behind all these controls.
Yeah, had the headphones on, the mic sort of hanging down from here. And I did about 6 shows, I think. Just like on a Monday, I think it was. Had a few guests, like had Robbie Malone came down and did a show with me, because me and him share sort of the same sort of musical interests. And just did a local 2-hour block on a Monday. A lot of soul music. And I loved it. It's something I'd definitely love to get back into, just alongside all the other things going on. But no, I loved it. Real big passion for especially sort of 60s, 70s, 80s music. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be back on Phoenix soon.
Joe Smooth is going to return to the mic.
That's the DJ name been decided, Joe Smooth.
But like myself and Rammer, we call you that. And we always say you've got a certain BPM, don't you? It's a certain beats per minute that you like. And it's just like, whoa. It's like baby making music, I'd say.
The only thing that raises the BPM is working with Connor Davis regularly. That's when I don't. That's what I drop out of Joe Smooth. Then it's Joe heavy metal when I'm having to deal with him. But I do think I'm quite a chilled out person. I think my music's very similar.
You've got a very certain taste, and that rings throughout Heist as well. I'd say. I want to get on to the books, the reading, the sort of let's call it spiritual, philosophical. I think that's why me and you connected, because very sort of similar in that aspect.
Yeah.
You know, call it hippie, call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
When did you start to explore that sort of realm?
I think
A bit more deeper
yeah,
thinking?
maybe 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. I went through a bit of a tough time, like myself, getting quite anxious and a bit depressed, and rugby wasn't going very well. So I reached out to a place called Sport and Chance through Rugby League Cares, which is like a charity that helps professional athletes.
Yeah.
So I reached out to them, had a few sessions, didn't really touch it, like didn't really work. I don't know if I wasn't buying in or wasn't ready for it or whatever. And then about 6 months later, I went back and I met this woman called Maureen, who was incredible. She's another reason sort of why I am how I am and where I am today. Definitely. We had a load of sort of therapy sessions, if that's what you want to call it. We just sort of, and that's where a lot of the self-discovery started as well. And I think that sort of ties in nicely with the books. A lot of wanting to become more self-aware and delving into why I behave, how I do, and just getting to know myself a lot better. And I think with that sort of self-awareness became like justification for my behaviors, and then it sort of allowed me to work on changing the areas that I didn't like and that weren't serving me or weren't being helpful. So that's when the sort of reading started. I read a few books. I tried to read a book. So a good friend of mine, Dan Sargentson, who used to play rugby as well, he has been a massive help on my sort of journey also. And he recommended a book called The Untethered Soul, which I tried to read twice and I couldn't. I just first few pages block for I'm not ready for this shit, I'm not ready for this.
Right.
And then I think it was
like from a protection.
Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't read it.
Wow.
And then eventually, maybe it might have been in lockdown, maybe just before lockdown, I picked it up and read that, and I think that was the sort of catalyst for me liking reading and wanting to delve a lot deeper into me. Yeah, the general message from that is being able to sort of detach from your thoughts, and if there's a voice in your head speaking, are you the one speaking or are you the one listening? Just that sort of thing. Which is quite an interesting concept.
Yeah, that is an interesting one.
Another one was just about like the having a thorn in your arm theory. So anytime something like you experience trauma, it's a thorn in your arm. So you've got sort of two decisions. You either remove it straight away, sort of squash it and get to the bottom of it, or you end up like building your life around protecting this thorn, because whenever anyone touches it, it's agonizingly painful.
Wow.
And then it just made me start thinking about my thorns and how I can work through back through them, and
I'm covered in thorns.
And trying to and just trying to sort of make myself better and understand myself better and stop being so hard on myself for things that I've done that I wasn't aware of, or when I was a different version of myself before I was this version of me. So that was definitely a big one for me. That was probably the first sort of self-help book I read. And then there's been a few others on the way, a few like nice reminders. There's one by the same author called The Surrender Experiment, which was great. One of my good friends from back home recommended that, just about surrendering to things and letting the universe sort of guide you. And you'll end up where you're supposed to be. So that was a good one. The Alchemist. It's quite.
I've heard about this one. I've heard about it's on my wish list. Is that one?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Just about a journey and how every part of your journey is leading you to this end goal, and never sort of being too high or too low along the journey. Just trusting that it's part of.
That's big.
Where you're supposed to be going.
And the reference to that is obviously alchemy is adding little things here, there, in it, and it's all coming into one.
Coming into one big thing, yeah. That was good. Then my dad's a big reader as well, so he's recommended me plenty of books, and I've read a few of them. One that was great was The Carpenter. I don't know if you read that.
I don't think.
John Gordon.
I remember you telling me about this one.
Yeah, that's really good.
Quickly round that one up if you can.
It's a story about someone who's working a high stress job, running his business, has a heart attack, and he gets saved by this guy called the Carpenter, who leaves him his business card, and it just says Carpenter on it with a phone number. So him from a business background's thinking, what's this guy on about? Like, he needs some help with his marketing or whatever. I know I can help him. So he goes and sees him. And it's just about key principles in life. So if you just stick to these 3 key principles, I won't reveal what they are. Just keep it open for people to
might
read.
do a book review on that one, mate.
Yeah. But just about how looking after these key areas in your life and delivering them with everything you do, or staying true to them with everything you do, stands you in good stead.
Yeah.
So that was good.
That's amazing, pal.
So yeah, there's a few. There's a few just off the top of the head, but yeah, very keen.
You know, like on the surface of it, it sounds like, oh, we're just reading a book. But what actually is happening is you're like rewiring neurons in your brain to like understand yourself emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to call it, even physically.
Yeah.
I remember when before I first got into the self-development, self-help stuff, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I just looked at books and I thought, Dungeons and Dragons. Do you know what I mean? I never knew. Oh, look, what are you reading that shit for?
Yeah.
I never truly understood the power of books until I was much older.
Yeah.
25, 26. And, that's why on this podcast now, every other week we do books that change us.
Yeah. It's class. Yeah.
And we'll read a different book and we'll dissect it and sort of give away the key principles. But they can be so impactful, man. You might read one paragraph in a book and it might enable you to change path just like that.
Yeah.
And that's the power of them, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's just sort of opening your eyes, isn't it?
Opening your eyes.
Opens your eyes to yourself. So much you can relate to in them sort of books. It's they're an incredible tool to help you get better.
Unlock things.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Internally.
Yeah.
Because nothing external really matters.
No.
It's all going on in here, isn't it?
All inside, yeah. It's all perspective, isn't it? Yeah, there's some good stuff. And I know I mentioned Dan Sargentson earlier.
Yeah.
But even linking it back to sort of sport, he's done so much work, and now his social media and the content he posts is all about the work he's done and how he relates a lot of that to his performance and how playing through fear and stuff. So any sort of young athletes wanting to delve into that world, definitely check his Dan Sargentson out on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because some of the, even for me now at 30, still playing and some of the things and the lessons he's sort of putting out there, I can really relate to myself as well, just about like playing from a place of fear.
Yeah.
And sort of letting that go and freeing up your performance through the mental side of things as well.
It's huge, mate. Like any young people, whether it's in business or athletes, the mental side is huge. It's like much bigger than the physical side, I'd say.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Because everyone's a physical being, aren't they? If you're playing at that level, what's the difference? Most of the time, it's the
mental edge.
Exactly.
Defo.
Let's just finish up, mate. Bradford Bulls. What does it feel like to be there right now? And obviously you're injured at the minute. Just getting back into it.
Yeah.
How does it feel? What's happening at the club, the city? How's that feeling, man?
Yeah, it's pretty special. Obviously, when I came up, I signed in 2016, just before the big financial crash where it went under and went down into League One, and to see sort of where it is now from then. And I've been out at a few different clubs in the meantime, but to have the opportunity to come back last year and try and push. I know performance-wise we didn't get the job done, but obviously we've ended up back in Super League, and based on the first sort of 6-7 rounds, sort of proven that the club was ready for that. And to see 10,000 people at Odsall on that first home game was insane. Obviously, having played in some games where there was probably 3,000 there, to be a part of the squad that's in Super League with them, and even the first game away at Hull, I know we didn't get the win, but that away end was absolutely bouncing, and to be sort of on that stage with the bull on my chest is pretty special from where it has been previous. So it's great to see the place bouncing, and the way it's going, I think it's only going to get better and better. And really, really exciting time to be at the club.
Bullmania's back, innit?
I think it is. Well, Sigala was there last week.
Sigala, yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty massive. So no, it definitely is back, and to have that buzz and feel around the place, it's amazing to see, because I think Super League has missed them.
Just going, like, me and my brother Dom used to go there. You know, we used to walk down to the Coliseum, whatever you want to call it, on a Friday evening, and it would just you could just feel it, even as a young lad, walking down to the ground, into the ball.
Yeah.
And I went to watch against Toulouse, and it had that similar feel, man.
Yeah.
It's back again.
Well, it's Leeds this Friday, isn't it?
Leeds is Friday. I think we're going. I think I'm going.
Yeah,
you're going to be.
I'll be there.
In and about.
Yeah. So
when are you back playing, mate? Let's get you back on there.
Yeah, hopefully in the next few weeks. Had a few back issues, which is really frustrating. Obviously something I've had to sort of deal with a lot in my career. But we've had sort of the procedure now to try and settle it down. So been back in training the last couple of days, just trying to build up some tolerance again.
Yeah.
And then once that's done, I should be good to go again, which I'm really excited about.
Buzzing to see, mate. Because we saw little glimpses, didn't we? We saw you scoring against Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
Was that pre-season?
Yeah.
Scoring against Leeds. You're looking sharp, mate.
Thank you. Yeah.
So let's be excited to see what you can do in that squad, mate, this year.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, hopefully can pick up where we left off.
And I think, mate, we'll just wrap it up there.
Yeah, that's been amazing.
That's been beautiful.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you as a mate, as a human being. And thank you for coming on.
Yeah, likewise, mate.
Thanks for the conversations. Thanks for the coffees. Thanks for creating Heist. And I look forward to tuning into your new radio show shortly. Maybe we have a conversation with someone at the Bulls, and we create a radio station for Bulls fans, hosted by Joe Smooth.
No, I appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much for having me on and giving me sort of a space to speak about myself. And really appreciate it. And let's go.
Let's go, baby. Respect.
Nice one.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, guys.